Hello everyone, I am on my way to Mother's Day lunch for my mother and my sister-in-law and her mother. It's going to be really fun. I get to see my niece and my nephew, well, one of my nieces and my nephew, and that's going to be lots of fun. I'm very, very happy about it. Just kidding, I should have done all this before I started. I wanted to talk to you about something that I'm reading about right now. It's a book called The Untethered Soul. It's a book called The Untethered Soul, and it's kind of blowing my mind. Are you gonna stop? You're gonna yield like you're supposed to? Good. Okay. We got someone who yielded in Boston. Amazing. Okay, so it's this book that's like blowing my mind right now, and it's about it's about a lot, but one of the things that I'm getting one of the concepts I'm getting the most use out of right now currently is the I guess it's all about the consciousness and the psyche. Consciousness is the part of you that's aware that it's aware. Like but basically it's about separating yourself from all the little voices that go on in your head telling you what to do or telling you why something's okay, and the emotions, this energy that's swirling around you that gets stuck in places and feels bad, right? Sorry, I just got a little message. You guys probably see it. Not my friend. Not my favorite, really, to get that. So maybe next time, don't. So anyway, got thrown off. So we've got, so the idea is, we can hear these voices, we can pay attention to these voices in our head, we can pay attention to these emotions that are happening in our bodies, and that means that we are actually, since we can observe these things, we're not actually those things, which is a weird thought. And I mean, seriously, this book is amazing, so get it if you can. It's so scary to go on this other side of the street. There we go. Okay. So, it's about, so you're observing your thoughts, you're observing your emotions, and you're just allowing them to be, right? You're going to, sorry. You're just observing them and letting them be. Right? So isn't that interesting? Like, just being aware of them, because that's not us. Those thoughts and those emotions aren't what define us. They're just objects in our perception, like a car that's passing. You know what I mean? It comes, we perceive it, and it goes, and we just kind of let it go, right? So if we let our thoughts and our emotions go, which does take some doing at first, but I guess apparently it becomes very easy once you're used to it. I'm at the Arboretum. Well, I'm on the side of the Arboretum, and there's cars on both sides and people trying to get around, and I hate Boston. Someone just almost hit me. I don't hate Boston. I love Boston, but I hate people who drive in Boston. Not all people who drive in Boston. I hate assholes who drive in Boston. Those are the particular. I don't hate. Let's be honest. I don't hate. And here's an opportunity, right? Okay, so I had all those voices in my mind being like, oh, look at that asshole. I can't believe they're doing that. And then I'm getting all uptight because the road is lined with cars, and it's thin. It's like narrow in here, and like I can feel my energy doing this. And like, stop with the comments about me being sexy and beautiful, please. Just, it's not what we want to hear. Anyway, so it is, I'm gonna stop here and wait for the lovely families to pass on the crosswalk. Okay. Oh, cute dog. I want a cute dog. So, you know, I was getting, okay, so, yeah, let's examine this too, right? Like, I get a little uptight about certain comments and it bothers me. So let's observe that, right? And allow it to bother me. And when I feel the clenching, you let it go. So the reason I'm telling you all about this is because I have found this to be a very useful exercise when I am avoiding something or feeling resistance to something. And it's just like, you can sit in your, what they call a seat of consciousness, and listen or observe these emotions and these thoughts. And you can just say, hey, they're just emotions and thoughts. You know, it's just a bunch of energy, and my psyche trying to control the outside world is really what it's all about. Is your psyche, you've given your brain this Herculean task that not even Hercules could perform, and that is to make sure that the outside world conforms to how you want to feel inside. You know, you don't want unpleasant stimuli, and you try to control your life around the fact that you don't want that unpleasant stimuli, right? And that's impossible. That's impossible. So you end up with these like psychological scars because you can't let this stuff go, and you can't, you've assigned yourself this task that you can't possibly do. And the thing you got to realize is the outside world is not the problem, because the outside world will always have something, right? Something you're unhappy about, something that you have a problem with, something you're trying to control. But if you learn to like allow that to come and allow that to go, breathe, feel it. Don't try and get away from it, because that's when the energy, when you get stuck, right? When you're trying not to feel it, when you're trying not to experience it, just experience it, let it happen, and be observant. Like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting, right? And so if you are gonna do some work or whatever, either something you want to do, and you're feeling stuck about it, observe the stuckiness and just be like, okay, well, that's happening. That's okay that that's happening. I'm going to do it anyway, but you know, it's interesting that I'm feeling that. And I'll just let it go. And you let it go and you feel better, guys. You feel better. Anyway, that's my tip for the day. Let shit go. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow.